I'm Chantal Roberts, and I'm a nationally recognized insurance thought leader regarding claims handling standards, practices, and procedures. Today on The Art of Adjusting, we're talking about the duties of the insurance carrier. Last week, we discussed the insured's duties. So there's not a section of the policy that lists the duties for the carrier like the policy does for the insured. There is an agreement that if the insured adheres to these rules and a loss comes from these types of perils, the carrier will pay the claim. There are conditions. If you do this, then we'll do that. But no duties are outlined like they are for the insured. And why is that? I don't know. But I think it's because the carrier automatically has a duty of good faith claims handling that's inherent in the fact that this is a contract. And this is more of a legal concept. So it's felt that maybe we don't need to write that down. Also, because the carrier has the insured's money from the premiums, then there is a fiduciary or monetary duty to hold the insured's financial interest in at least the same regard as the carrier's. So those kind of things are most often found in court opinions. The State Department of Insurance also dictate the duties of a carrier, such as a prompt investigation, prompt notification of denials, most often in writing, promptly acknowledging communications. And I'm using promptly a lot. Note that promptly isn't defined, but think about what is reasonable. Is it reasonable that an adjuster can get back to you in 2 hours? Probably not, because that adjuster may be on vacation, may be at lunch, may be in a meeting, something to that effect that would prohibit the adjuster from returning your letter or email or phone call within 2 hours. Maybe 2 days, 48 hours is reasonable time for the adjuster to look at everything and get back with you. It may not be 2 weeks. However, there are going to be exceptions, of course. Think about catastrophes. When catastrophes happen, there are a lot of claims, a huge amount of influx of claims come in. And so the time to respond to claims communication may be lengthened. Refusing to pay claims without a reasonable investigation is also a duty. Well, not a duty. You can't do it. Let me put it that way. The states say you can't refuse to pay a claim without doing an investigation. So technically, you have to do a reasonable investigation. And remember, they already said you have to investigate promptly. So, it's kind of like a 2-for-1. These rules or duties are often listed with the Departments of Insurance or the state legislature pages. They've been codified into laws for unfair trade practices with the insurance companies. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners has a list of model rules, which most states have adopted. And these are the rules that list the duties of a carrier. So not written down in these rules is the fact that the carrier, of course, should act ethically and honestly, but that's not really listed for the insured either. I think that that's just something that we know to do. The duty of the carrier will pay for reasonable and customary damages. So just because you rented a $500 a day car or something like that, and you drive a $20 a day kind of car, doesn't mean that you're going to get a $500 a day car when you get one for a substitution. So this week, I discussed the carrier's duties in the event of a loss. Every claim is different, and every insurer has different protocols for handling losses. But this being in the litigated world that we are in, see below for some legalese. Few claims go to a jury trial, and the expert who has been deposed the most or who's gone to trial the most may not be the correct expert. Failing to have a second set of eyes on the claim in order to save some expenses isn't always the best way to resolve a loss. As an expert witness and former claims adjuster, I am sharing my experiences in the art of adjusting. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time.